problem.
Okay, everybody, we have to start again because I forgot to start the recording. My apologies. No, we're not really going to start again, but we are recording from this moment forward. But I'm get you the right information if you need it for something that we said that we can't send a recording about. So
We can
Mary,
also
back to you.
Sorry,
we can also
guys.
send one of the other recordings as well too, if
Yes.
somebody's really interested in the information.
That's okay. And Jen, I love the name. I think it's brilliant. And speaking of Jen, as our marketing guru, we have our community business sponsor members that Jen's going to be talking to. Go ahead, Jen.
Okay, hi everyone. So I know sometimes the challenge can be getting businesses or community members to sign on as members. And I know for me, it was something that I was thinking hard about, and Mary and the team helped me with some great ideas. But the example that we have here on the slide is if you were able to meet with different businesses in the town that you live in, and they can offer a discount program and buy these tags or a book that you can put together, and then you can either sell it as part of membership or you can give it away as part of membership. And I think that what you should think about is the businesses you want to approach first. And because a lot of times there are people in your community who may have gone to the school, or they may have relatives that went to the school, and that can be a real in for you to get them to become members. You could also think about maybe doing some kind of program with them. So for example, in the school that my daughter goes to, we did a book fair at the local bookshop, and you can ask all the staff to become members, especially, it becomes like a win-win for both you and for the business. You can also, when you approach businesses, you can give them a certificate saying that they are a PTA member, and that is on our website under the membership tab. And you can customize that to the specific business that is becoming a member. You could also post that on your Facebook page saying, thank you for whatever business becoming a member of our PTA. And that, I think, is a plus for the business, because I think as parents, we tend to visit those businesses more who donate to our community and to our kids. You should also look at the library. They have a lot of services they can offer to us. You can ask them to put a membership table out or flyers out for you. Some libraries I know offer some printing services at discounted rates. You can go to your local supermarket. You could ask them to include membership flyers in the bags or at checkout, because a lot of us do self-checkout these days. You can also go to sports events, because a lot of times sports groups are run by parents, so they would be, I think, more apt to get members and help out with membership. So those are just some ideas that you can do, and yeah, I think that's it.
Thank you so much, Jen. I really think you're onto something. So how about we walk through this for a second, right? We have engaged our parents on Facebook. We've asked them to become members, right? We've created these membership bundles and told them, if you become a member early, you get to get a membership card. And this card would be completely free to you if you join before, let's just say, October. If you think about these sponsorships, we always want to give things to our community and give things to our parents, right? They wouldn't be paying out of pocket. This would be something free to them, and this would be something that they'd want because it's a discount, right? For the stores that they're going into anyway. So why wouldn't they want to become a member in your unit if you're offering something from the beginning? Hi, Allison. Go ahead. You can unmute yourself.
So long gone are my days of being a unit president or council president. So I had a thought because I do get these questions when I speak to unit presidents about, and I explain some of this, but it would be nice, like how Jennifer, I don't know if this is your webpage or someone's, if I could direct them to a web page or Member Hub or somewhere that shows how they can have a sponsorship, a business purchase, a membership, and then be, displayed prominently on their web page, it would be helpful. As I could say, oh, go here and look at this as a sample. So maybe that's something Mary and Patty, you might want to think about. The other thing that I'm a proud member of Clarkstown, right? So we actually do quite well with memberships in this district. And North is great. I love, I forget her name who's on, because I know Angela, the last president, but also I saw now that the QRCs are being available, and they sent that, and I'm like, I think that's a great idea too. So even having like a flyer with a QRC that you could post in one of these shops who are sponsoring you in the window, and someone could scan it, is another opportunity that is just quick, right? Someone can just literally say, oh yeah, I go into our local ice cream store, which is around Twist and Shake for us in Clarkstown, and they have the QR code posted there, and you just scan it. I know it might not be fair because it could be one school or nothing, and we've got like 14 schools in our district, but that's another example of another opportunity that we could solicit for more memberships. But I mean, more than anything, I'm just looking for something I could direct a unit president or membership chair to, and Jen McPhee's on, who's the region membership chair, where we could say, hey, go look at this site and see an example of how a business could be displayed on your website.
Allison, you're 100% correct. I really do agree with what you're saying. We have our link here where we can start it off at least. This particular link will lead any leader or member to a place where they can download an actual document that they can display prominently in their window. You can add, it's a Word document, so you can add a QR code, which will allow you to embed a link that'll take you to any site you'd like. And preferably would be your Member Hub membership link page. This particular example that we have here is actually the region membership chair for Suffolk, who used to do these all the time. And she was nice enough to give us pictures to tell us what, so this is a real life example of something that she did every year. We've done it in our units as well, and it went over really, really well because it doesn't take much to put together. It's a very easy thing. But as I saw in the chat, Dana had mentioned that she would be working on that for us. And Dana, go ahead and unmute yourself. I see your hand up.
Yeah, I was going to say, definitely a great idea to expand on what we have already in the membership toolkit. And thank you, Allison, for that great idea. Also, I mean, we have the Suffolk example, and then we also have, this is Webster Central PTSA example as well. There are two different ones here, but we can also, without having this card, you could do a show your PTA card and save program as well. So you don't even have to create these cards, where if the businesses, you could have a list of the businesses that have signed on and maybe sponsored this program and offered a discount if they show their PTA card for 2021-22. So they would just have to flash their card, from their phone. Maybe they save it as on a picture on their phone, and they can get the discount for the pizza or whatever it is that they're offering. So that's an idea too that can be expanded on. But I love the idea of putting more information. Jen mentioned maybe we could do a badge that they could display in their window. We do have the customizable certificate, like Mary was saying, and that can be added to QR code. What a great idea. We are promoting that on all of our social media now too, to direct people to the join page. So, units should use that definitely. And we just found out with Google, when you're on your store page, your public store page, if you right click and you're in Google, there is a create QR code link right there. So you don't even have to go to an outside website. You can create the QR code, download it, save it, and use it to get everyone to your site real quick and easy. So I just wanted to add that in, Mary. That's it.
I can't tell you how much I love that QR code ability, because looking to make one is such a hassle. And now whatever page you're on, you can just right click. Do you guys see it on my screen when I right click? I'm not sure. But if you right click on your screen, you'll see it. It says create a QR code for this page.
We can see it, Mary.
Okay, great.
I think you have
This is-
another hand up.
I just wanted to say, I'm sorry.
Hi, Bernie.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm blacked out because we're having dinner.
Dinner's important.
So you guys are at the table. But I just wanted to chime in, and I am personally from a special education PTA unit as well. And I've done building level, and now I am council. So just keeping our SEPTAs in mind, one of the things, coming from a SEPTA and seeing how difficult it was to get that quote unquote additional membership unless you had a child with disabilities. We are hoping to do something that it could be a show your PTA card and show your SEPTA card. So if you have a SEPTA unit, then this way you can have a discount at a local place as well. We wanted to be able to support our SEPTAs too. So I don't know if that would help anybody here.
Absolutely. And Bernie, I want to mention we have an awesome flyer online, and I can send it to you offline if you haven't seen it, which talks to why you should be a member and join your SEPTA as well.
Cool, thank you.
Hi, Michelle.
Oh, actually, my name is Vicky. I'm using my daughter's laptop. Sorry.
That's okay. Hi, Mickey.
Hi. I'm with Clarkstown South, and I just wanted to share that we had a welcome letter to all the parents, which our principal did an email blast to all the parents. And with that welcome letter, we had a QRC code as well. So hopefully that will, encourage all or a lot to join our PTA. So.
Awesome. Thank you. Go ahead, Allison. Give it to me.
I had a question because someone did ask about the donation, and you don't have to cover it now, but the bundle with the, purchase the membership and then do the donation, from an IRS standpoint, I wasn't really sure how to respond to that. Like if it's a tax write-off for that donation part, how does that work? Is it a standard donation? And if it's in the toolkit, I'll look at it. It's just, I was curious because someone did have that question for me and I didn't really know how to respond per se.
I'll defer
Allison,
to Dana and Patty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll just give it, my standard answer is everyone's tax situation is going to be different. So I always tell people to talk with their tax professional on whether or not that would be deductible. And it would depend on if there was something else that was, a perceived value, there's all kinds of ifs, ands, or buts with that. So I always direct them back to their tax professional to find out if there's any tax deductibility of that. And with the standard deduction being what it is today, most of that doesn't come into play anymore. But I'm sure Patty might have something else to add, but I just want to chime in.
The only other thing that I would add is, of course, we all know that each one of our PTA units is a 501c3 organization. So that is, one of the things the IRS will look for in charitable donations. And so if it's a straight out donation, the person should, they'll get that receipt through Member Hub. So as Dana said, they should, keep the receipt and present it when they're preparing their taxes, whether they're doing it through, even like a TurboTax or that type of thing, they can just record it using our 501c3 name.
Yeah. And I asked that question only because I know it does get tricky that if you do a donation, but you give a gift that's worth $3, it has to be minus that expense on, and then they can write off the rest or whatever. And usually you'll get something from the organization that will say this is eligible for that. So I don't know if it gets all complicated like that.
We do cover that in the resource guide if people are giving those types of donations, but keep in mind, if it's membership, if you join, if this is what we're talking about, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you're going to join and get a free mask, That's related to the membership.
Right.
So
I'm talking
if
different.
a donation comes in on top of it, they get the full value of that donation.
Okay, got it.
All right, guys, I'm going to move on. But before I do, Bernie, your hand is still raised. I just want to make sure you didn't have an additional question.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
No, don't be. I just want to make sure I didn't miss you. All right, so we are going to be talking about an additional way to grow your membership. And I know we don't know what this year is going to look like per se. So far, it looks like we might be able to get into the school, but maybe some schools are going to have virtual engagement as opposed to in person. So we're going to cover both, and whichever may apply to you, we encourage you to use. On virtual engagement, subjects to engage your members online. When we say online, we're talking about social media, we're talking about emails. We find that Ask Me Anything sessions tend to work. You can email your group and say you're going to have an Ask Me Anything session about Facebook, or excuse me, about membership or your unit or your community, with relating to the things that PTA is doing for your community. We have Tip Tuesdays. You can give tips about anything. We suggest you relate it to PTA, but it doesn't necessarily need to be, because the name of the game is engagement. We want to make sure that we have parents coming back and looking at what it is that you're posting or sharing. Member Spotlight. This is really important, and you'll be surprised at how many people do not do this. If it is the beginning of your membership year, I encourage you on Facebook or by email to shout out the people that have become new members and greet them. Just put their name up. Saying a big shout out to all our new members and just list out all the members. You can do that for the first 3 months, or you can do that for the entire school year. It makes people feel really good to get recognized. I've been in the PTA game for a very long time. If I don't see my name, I'm a little I'm a little hurt. Okay, so I'm just saying, it doesn't matter what level you're at. You always want to be recognized for the things you're doing, and that's just a nice little way to recognize new members. Invite a friend to Facebook page day. Again, Facebook is going to be your golden ticket. If you have a way to encourage new people that are not members, that don't know anything about your school, or their new parents, they just had kids, they're just starting, Facebook is the way to go. And just make it very low key. It's just inviting a friend. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to show up. They don't have to broom the the school after an event. They're just coming to see what it is that's going on your Facebook page. Next up, you're going to want to use our contest to help you promote membership. We put out a lot of items, be it on social media, on our newsletter, or in emails. You can use all those things, customize it to your school, and just send it on over to your people if they haven't seen it. You want to make sure that your school community knows what your membership goal is. So I'm going to ask a question to the group. Does everybody know their membership goal? Have we all gone onto Member Hub and we know our membership goal? You guys can put yes in the chat. And if you say no, we're coming to your house and we will deliver the number. No, we won't be doing that today. Okay. But it's important that you know your membership goal number, because sometimes a number changes everything. If you know that your membership goal is 100 and you're at 94, what's 6 more members? But you don't know that if you don't know your membership goal, right? You want to make sure that you're including your membership program information in your school newsletter if you have one, and if not, the communication that you're sending home to your parents. You'll be surprised at how many people say, "I didn't know you guys were looking for members. I never knew that you were looking to get membership. I would have signed up if I had the paper or if I knew where to go." So you want to make sure that you make it foolproof. Send it with everything that you do. Make sure you have your membership information in your mailings. Did you guys know that you can change the language for the items that you've created at New York State PTA? I think this is a handy tool. I don't know if any of you have used Word Translate. It never comes out the way you think. Um, so, one of the services that New York State PTA offers for us is that they translate forms for us. Dana, can you confirm for me the turnaround time? Dana might have stepped away. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
Dana.
I'm here. Yeah, I put the email address in the chat, and
Thank
excuse me,
you.
I'm having dinner as well. Sorry, I'm starving. The turnaround is really quick unless we're just like super busy, but normally we get those turned around fairly quick. It is a digital translation that we get through one of the services that we contract with. I think it's better than probably Google Translate, but I mean, I would always check it with someone in who speaks the language just to make sure if you have that capability.
Now, Dana, can you tell me, is that just for the membership form or is that for flyers that we create and things
It's
like
for
that?
anything. We offer the service to all of our units. We have quite a quantity that we can do, and we really don't get many requests. So if you've got something, you've got a document that you want parents to be able to read in a different language, absolutely send it our way.
How amazing would that be if you have a huge, let's say, Hispanic, Polish, Haitian, whichever kind of community, and they see the flyer in their native tongue? It shows that you went the extra mile to make sure that they understand the things that you have to offer and that you do want them to be a part of what you have going on. All right. So let's say we actually get to see each other in person. No more Zoom. I'm joking. We will always have Zoom. Um, these are some of the things that you're going to want to focus on. Do you guys have a hospitality chair? I'm not sure if everyone knows what that is, so I'm just going to explain it very quickly. That hospitality chair is going to be the person that brings in your coffees, your water bottles, something every meeting. But in addition to that, they can be the ones that have your booklets out that show all the things that you've done in the past. They're the ones that can put up your posters in the back or in the front of your meetings so that parents can see all the things that your units have been up to in the past and what they'd like to accomplish in the present. So if you don't have a hospitality chair, I would suggest looking into getting one so that you're not doing this all by yourself. Holly, I think I see your hand up.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna.
Hi.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I was just gonna say one of the things I think helps us get membership quite a lot is in order to, and we do it in the district, not just North, but Clarkstown South also, is the requirement that you have to be a PTSA member junior and senior year for all students if they want to apply for any sort of PTSA scholarships, which we do offer a bunch. And that drives up membership quite a lot. That's a big incentive for us.
I love that. That's awesome. I mean, it makes sense. If you're going to get a scholarship through PTA, you should be a member
You should
as
be
well.
a member.
Like, it's a little thing, and it can
Right.
be, it can gain big rewards.
Right.
So how many of you have heard of a Boohoo Yahoo breakfast? Have you guys heard of that? Okay. For us parents that have younger kids, you're most likely boohooing because they're going back to school, right? And for those of us who have older kids who have been very um, wanting to get them out of the house, let's say, you're saying Yahoo. It's very, you're happy to get them out of the house and back to school. So Boohoo Yahoo breakfast, and I've included a link here that'll show you what it is what it is about, is basically a get together. So anybody can join. Whether you're happy your kids are going back to school, you're sad that they're going back to school, you can commiserate together. And at this event, you want to make sure you have some hospitality, whether it be a chair or someone that can have your information lying around so that you can talk about membership or at least show what your unit is up to. It's just another excuse to get together right in the beginning of the school year. If you're not doing a Boohoo Yahoo breakfast, that's okay. Why don't you plan something on the play yard? Everybody's going to be there. Most of the parents that are standing around waiting for their kids to go into school probably have about 5 or 10 minutes. Why not tell them, hey, we're going to meet for 5 or 10 minutes right after drop off in this location. Let's all get together. That's another opportunity for you guys to meet, explain what it is that the PTA is doing share your mission, share our goals, and convert them into members. Um, as PTA leaders, we want to plan to be resources for our parents. We want to make sure that the families know if I want to hear something, I'm going to hear it first at my PTA. So I want to be a part of their Facebook page. And if not, I want to be on their mailing list, and I definitely want to be a member. So last but not least, you want to think about offering discounted event tickets to PTA members. And what do I mean by that? Let's say you have a back to school night. Um, and it's normally free. You want to make it free to PTA members. You want to show them that there's a reason, aside from our mission, to becoming a member. You're elite. Because you're a PTA member, you get to come in for free or at a discounted price. But if you're not a member, it's $15. But for $8, you can become a member and come in, right? These are little ways that you can get parents to think about coming in to events and signing up right at the table, right there and then. Everybody loves a discount. So if you're saying the event is 15 to come in, $8 to become a member, it really doesn't take much to just become a member and then enjoy the perks for the rest of the year. Before I move on to the next session, did anybody have any questions about that or anything else?
Mary, I don't have any questions, but this is always my favorite time of the presentation to recognize some of the units in this region that are already showing some great numbers for membership. So, and happy that some of them are on the call tonight. So Clarkstown North High School, PTA, or Clarkstown, I want to make sure I say it right. Clarkstown High School North PTSA has already reached 43% of their goal. Clarkstown High School South PTSA has already reached 41%. So again, the scholarship incentive seems to be paying off early for those two schools. Felix Festa Middle School PTA already at 31%. And I know the council is on for Monroe Woodbury Senior High School PTA. They're at 24%. And what's great about that, and with the Clarkstown schools, they were leaders last year in membership, and they're already stepping forward to be leaders again this year in reaching their goals. So 24% for them. And then the Suffern Middle School PTSA is also, or PTA, I'm sorry, is just also at 24%. So any of those units that are on the call, congratulations. If you want to jump in now and give us any other things that you're doing to incentivize membership or why your membership is started off so well, we'd love to hear from you.
That is fantastic, guys. Those numbers are definitely something to shout from the rooftops about.
I don't see Felix Festa on middle school, but they're also Clarkstown, and that's where both our schools, the kids in the district come together in the middle school. I will definitely say that, and I think it's been said, Vicky mentioned, the principals, the superintendent, the administration, there's a big partnership in Clarkstown. And I know Suffern has that same kind of sentiment. And so that kind of encourages PTA membership because you're kind of in the know, right? And so that definitely motivates individuals to become PTA members. And also something else, which is nice, the superintendent has started to do these roundtables, or I've only attended a couple, but the council president, along with some PTA presidents, but membership and the district in general, he does these 1 p.m. events where they talk about relevant things in the district. So that's also like, usually PTA members also, but I mean, the whole district is aware of it, but it also shows a strong presence of the PTA. So I think that also drives up a lot of membership.
Awesome. Hi, Vicky.
Hi again. I just wanted to let everyone know that Clarkstown South and Clarkstown North, we work hand in hand. We always communicate with each other, so we know what's going on with each other's schools as well.
I have to tell you guys, in addition to the information that we're giving to you, you guys are also giving us great feedback and things that we can take back to the rest of New York State to help them. So please keep the information coming. All right, guys. So I know we're running up against time, so I'm going to go as fast as I can. We wanted to let you know that we have some resources here. We have our membership toolkit, which is always going to have some flyers for you and anything that we're talking about, things that would support your membership year, you can find in the membership toolkit. We also have a How to Virtual PTA page, which is going to come handy if this year proves that we're not going to be able to get into our schools. Um, we have our PTA success stories link, which is here as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about that later. And we have our memo newsletter. Our Jennifer Tulo came up with our membership monthly. And I think I asked, but I will ask again if have all of you seen this membership newsletter? Please place in the chat yes or no. We want to make sure that this is getting to you. It gives you all this information, chock full of goodies, everything that's going on for that month, the focus, the award, and just help that you may need and resources. So you want to make sure to check out that membership monthly, our memo. So we're going to go over these awards very quickly. You will have this guide. You will get the link. I'm not going to go through every single word here. I'm just going to let you know a little bit about each. So we have our Savvy Membership Award, which has a new extended time frame. I can tell you a little bit about how this was cultivated. So when I was a PTA president, all the stuff that I felt that I had done didn't get recognized till the following year. So I wasn't there to receive it. That president was. We want to make sure that we have something in real time that recognizes the leader that is achieving these particular things. We had 60 units who won this particular award this year, and we assume that this year is going to be blown out of the box, hopefully by double. We have our Early Bird Award, which is an award that we've always had. You need to reach 60% of your membership goal to earn the Early Bird Award. 120 units won this particular award last year. We have another new award. So in order for you to be in good standing, you need at least 25 members. We want to congratulate those of you who were able to achieve this by October 31st. What is 25 members? 25 members is the leaders in your group, your teachers, and the staff. Done. You've achieved this particular award, and I believe there are quite a few of you on this particular chat that have already achieved it, which is spectacular. We have another new award, which is called the Trailblazer Award. The Trailblazer Award is if you reach 75% of your membership goal. You'd need to earn this by October 31st. And again, all the prizes, everything that goes into qualifying for this particular award will be found in this guide. And we also have the updated information on the website so that you can make sure to see what you need to do to accomplish this. And this is one of our newest awards. So the next thing we have here is our Student Rocks Awards. You guys all know that students can be members, right? They're some of our strongest members, in fact. So if you achieve more than 30% of your total membership as students, you can win this award. I see a question here. It says, where are PTSA membership reward recognitions sent? How does a unit know if they've won? The recognition is sent to the unit leader, I believe the president, right, Dana?
It's actually sent to all officers and membership chairs in the unit. The month following, we do our calculation. So around mid-month, we send out the digital award badge. We announce any winners of any drawings, and that all goes out to every officer on record. So make sure you've updated your officers for 21-22, that you don't get any communication if you don't have good officers information in Member Hub. So please do that right away.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dana. Allison, I see your hand up.
I wanted to add also onto what Dana said. I still have a check from a unit that won, and I was never able to get in contact with anybody in that unit in 2 years. So to your point, Dana, if you are a membership chair on this call, even if you're not and you're president, please update your information in Member Hub, because we can't get in contact with you without that information. And I did also want to add, I don't know if you were going to talk about this, but you mentioned the newsletter. Our membership chair for the region, Central Hudson, Jen McPhee, is also tasked with contributing information on 1 month to that newsletter. Please reach out to us. I mean, we could only reach out to individuals we know about or initiatives that are going on. Maybe Jen, if you want to drop your email in the chat also, because I know this is Central Hudson, I believe, in today's web chat, but we're happy to feature you, but we need to know what you're doing, right? So last year, I think Jen did Clarkstown North High School, but it's open to featuring any unit that's doing amazing things.
Absolutely. And in addition to our newsletter, we also have our Facebook with our success stories that we're going to talk about a little later. But we want to feature and let people know that things are happening, people are doing things, and how they're doing it.
And Mary, I just want to interrupt real quick. I put in the chat a note about if you're not receiving communications that are sent through Member Hub, and even if you are, I would add these 3 email addresses that emails can come from Member Hub, depending on how they're sent, to your contacts list. Whitelist these email addresses in your email client. Pass the information on. If you have a council, pass it on to your units. If you're in the region, pass this information on. And we're going to try to do the same, but they need to add these to the contacts, and maybe then the servers won't block these emails, and we'll have better success communicating with everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dana. So we have our great PTA day that Patty's going to be going over for us. Patty?
I have to unmute. So we started our Great PTA Sign Up Day last February. Was the first time we launched it, and it was a fun day, and we had some success. And so this year we're going to bookend 2 Great PTA Sign Up Days to celebrate our 125th year of PTA. So we're starting one in November, which is when we celebrate the 125th meeting of the New York State PTA, and then we'll end it in February when we celebrate the 125th birthday of National PTA. So we have 2 different Great PTA sign-up days. And so this first one, we just really want to use it to capture the members that we didn't get to sign up before the end of October. Really, November is when, you know, we get that final push in for membership. So we're hoping to do that, and we really want to just have everybody reach out to all of their communities, but know that we'll be supporting it 100% from the state with Facebook Live posts throughout the day, showing our progress. We certainly will have great contributions from our president, Dana Playton, and executive director, Kyle, which everybody always loves to engage with the 2 of them. So we're excited for that.
Thank you, Patty. So next up, we have our Super Teacher Staff Award. To achieve this, you need to have 75% of your school employees and teachers as members. We had about 21 units win this last year, and it needs to be achieved in January. Founders Day Award. This particular award is happening in February. We had about 100 units who won this last year. If you enter at least 10 new members during this month, you will earn this particular digital badge and some other goodies. This is the second PTA sign-up day that Patty was referencing. It'll happen on February 17th. And this is commemorating the 125th PTA anniversary. So please be on the lookout for these creatives that we'll be sending, in addition to social media posts that you can share on your PTA's unit Facebook page. We have our Male Engagement Award, which is if you achieve more than 20% of male membership, you can earn this particular digital award. Now, this is a little different from the others, where you will be self-nominating for this particular award. What does that mean? If you click on the link that we will be giving to you, it will allow you to put in that you definitely have the 20% male membership. I believe there's 5 questions. We just need to know your school, you know, your unit, I should say, whether or not you have the 20% mail membership, and your name and where to send it. We had 44 units win this particular award last year. I thought I saw a hand up. I think it went down, but I will keep going. And last but not least, we have our Good Apple Growth Awards. These particular awards are a culmination of everything you've done for the year. So we have our gold level, which is if you achieve more than 100% growth over what you've done last year. We have our silver level, which is 50% growth, and bronze level, which is 25% growth. The highest growth statewide has a chance to receive $300 in cash prizes. And this is with the date of May 31st, which is a new date. So if you have any questions about that at all, please feel free to let us know. And we will go over any of the awards that you need more clarification on. But all of them are listed online, and you will be receiving this particular guide in your email boxes so that you can look at your leisure. Go ahead, Dana.
I just had a question in the chat to explain where to put the number of school employees. That number we do need for the teacher staff award. It is in your unit data on the, if you go to compliance and you click into unit data, you will see that field is something that you can edit as a unit officer, a unit admin. So scroll down to that field, add the number. And again, I added in a question. We always get the question, what if we're a SEPTA? How does that work? Because we're, kind of one for multiple buildings. Use your own judgment. Give yourself a number to kind of stretch yourselves. That number is not something we check. We do not, this is all on your honor system. And we just need a number in there to be able to calculate for this award. So hopefully that explains.
Thank you, Dana. And lastly, we just wanted to say we have a page dedicated to all of your amazing success stories and all of the things that you've been doing. We want to champion you too. We want to go ahead and shout out all the amazing stuff that you're doing. So we have a link here that if you click on it, you'll be not only be able to see the success stories, but we have a location where you can enter your own success stories so that we can put it on the page as well. So please, if you have a moment, take a look at what we have here and add your own success stories. So we all from the membership team here just want to say a big thank you for staying on a Monday night, 10 minutes past our time. We really appreciate you taking the time to engage with us, have a conversation with us, and please know that the conversation doesn't end here. If you have any other questions, if you need any other help with regards to membership, you need some ideas, you have your amazing RMCs, you have your amazing RDs, and you have us here on team membership. Patty, I will be deferring to you.
Thank you again, Mary, for another wonderful presentation. So again, our membership playbook, which is what you're seeing here, is going to be sent to all of the units, whether you were on the call tonight or not. We're going to be sending it out to all of our units. We think it's important for each unit to have as many tools as they can to really drive membership this year. We are seeing some great numbers already. We should have probably, while we were on the call tonight, we hit about 20,000 registered members, which is exciting for us because yesterday we only had 17,005. So we know our units across the state are working really hard to bring membership to us. It's what we need to grow as an association and to flex our voice as an association. So thank you for all you are doing so far, and know that we're here to support in any way we can. We think the tools that we've put together, especially the badge program that'll bring you through each month, are really great ways to connect New York State PTA with your community, and we want to give out as many badges as we can. There are no hurdles to achieving these badges. We think they're easily achievable by most units, but if you need help getting to achieve them, we're here to support and offer the ideas and inspiration that you need. So thank you again for all of your time tonight and all of their efforts that are going to happen over the next several months.
So we're going to open it.